Hey there fellow gamers and cocktail enthusiasts, Ben here, and welcome to another Castles and Cocktails recipe video. So recently I played through, for the first time on hard mode, BioShock 2, one of my all-time favorite games. It's really a fantastic experience. Traditional sort of shooter, but also very, very story-rich and crazy game. If you've never played it before, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's been out for like 10, 15 years now. The series as a whole is kind of dormant, very dormant, probably not ever coming back, unfortunately. But it's a really great experience to go back and play once in a while, especially to reinvigorate myself in the crazy world of BioShock. I was inspired while playing to create this cocktail as well, the Atom. Now to make the BioShock 2 Atom cocktail, you're gonna need a couple of ingredients. First one is probably a little bit more unusual, especially with what we're doing here today. So I've got myself some hibiscus tea. This is the Zao Passion Tea. It doesn't necessarily have to be this brand. As long as it's a hibiscus tea, this should work for you. I went ahead and brewed a single tea bag's worth of that and added some sugar to turn it into sweet tea. You're also going to need some sort of a vodka. Now a regular vodka works just fine, but for today I've opted for some of this Kettle One peach and orange blossom infused vodka. It's really tasty stuff, and it's going to add a lot more flavor and complexity to the cocktail overall. You're also going to need the juice from one lime. This ends up being about an ounce, but if you need to supplement with a little bit more juice, make sure you're getting up to an ounce of fresh lime juice. Equipment, pretty simple here. We've got our nice jigger to measure with, shaker, strainer with ice, and I've got a cocktail glass chilling in the freezer. So we're going to start things out with our freshly squeezed lime juice. I've got mine pre-measured out just to make things a little simpler for the video here. Now to this we're going to add 2 ounces each of our brewed sweet tea, as well as our vodka. Once again, if you don't have this particular infused vodka or can't necessarily get it, a regular plain vodka works just fine. I would probably avoid citrus vodka since we already have some in the drink flavor-wise in terms of the lime juice. So if you're going to for another flavor vodka, I'd say maybe like a peach or even an orange would probably work really well. But with all of these together, let's go ahead and give them a shake. Now that we're all shaken up, we're going to take this and strain it into a well-chilled cocktail glass. And there we have the BioShock 2 Atom. Now I highly recommend letting this drink rest for maybe a minute or two before serving it, especially so you get a lot more of that bright red color. And considering this is supposed to be a sort of genetic goo that lets you rewrite whatever God gave you, I think it's worth making sure that it is a lot more presentable and a lot more red in that sense. Let's go ahead and give this a try. It smells a lot like the orange blossom coming off of the vodka as well as the tea. You get a lot of that on the nose. It's a surprisingly really smooth cocktail. There's a little bit of bite from the lime juice, but it's not like a traditional, like a daiquiri or like a lemon drop would be. It doesn't feel really, really sour. It's way more sweet up front. And then the sour kind of hits you a little bit towards the back end. There's something I really love about using tea in a cocktail, because it takes what you'd get out of a juice component, like an orange juice or a pineapple juice, but brings a lot more interesting and unique flavor. And a hibiscus tea, in this case the Passion, really, really brings this subtle complexity to the whole thing. It's kind of like a sweet tea, but then you get, you know, the bite and the flavor of the peach vodka coming in as well. And then again, it's that little bit of sour at the back end. They go, oh man, there's a lot going on here. I gotta be honest, this is probably one of the single best cocktails I've ever created for a video game on this show. This is really, really, really good. Much better than it has any right being, considering it's only 3 ingredients. But it wouldn't be doing you a disservice if we didn't throw some, you know, weird curveballs in there with, hey, go get tea, brew it, make sweet tea out of it, and then put it in a cocktail. At the risk of just downing this all at once, and I do want to sip on it and enjoy it, I have to stop to give you guys the final conclusion, and that is, if you have never played the BioShock series, do it. It's awesome. Or at the very least, watch my playthrough of it. It's at the top of this playlist, as well as, well, if you're watching the BioShock 2 playlist, if you're watching the cocktail playlist, go find the BioShock 2 playlist, and it'll begin there too. But this is, I think, a really great representation, not only of the game, but also of the red genetic goo from the series. So this is the Atom cocktail for BioShock 2. I highly recommend you playing the game and trying this cocktail. Cheers, and this has been reminding you to keep on gaming, drink responsibly, and I'll see you guys next time. Damn, that is delicious.